on and look at the upstream and see if you see any difference. Yeah, it's right there.
Does this stream have something running in it all year?
Yeah.
There's always some water. At least
Sure, yeah.
going to water.
Anybody see a different channel shape?
It looks a lot more mellow as far as flatter. Yeah.
So yeah, less gradient, maybe. But what about the cross section here? About the floodplain? If we have a flood here, do we see a flat area on either bank that would receive the flood flow?
You can upstream the left side.
It meanders through this. There's a floodplain over here. It's much more developed than down here, which makes it into more of a.
And you think at one
sea
point
channel.
this had a blowout or a flood or heavy water through here?
I think we had down cutting down here below the culvert is what I think. And I see this as a much more natural shape to the channel and more natural functioning because it can access a floodplain here. And I think when they put the culvert in, maybe that long ago, which may have been a long, long time ago, we ended up with kind of a gully from here to the lake.
Right.
So and underneath the snow, I'll just take my word for it, is a nice assemblage of various riparian plants with almost no ecosystem.
Yeah.
None.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so it's amazing the difference from looking each way. So we just discovered this all last year when we went out here.
Yeah. That's very interesting.
You know, some observations are important, some aren't. Write them all down.
Yeah. And people look back in 30 years and like, it was important. I mean,
Yeah, maybe.
the changes. Yeah.
Almost on that.
You're right.
You're looking at the inlet right over here.
Of the culvert.
Yeah, you got an outlet here.
Do you know the difference between
It's like an odd way
measuring
of the way the culvert was laid. I'm only because I used to put culverts in roads with steel.
Well, they might have preserved. Who knows what they were trying to work on back
I
then.
mean,
but
at first I was looking at that hard
I come up with it.
right,
Yeah.
and you mentioned the floodplain thing, but then I thought that made sense to me.
Past the culvert.
Yeah, but this thing is meandering, so they probably wanted to just stick with meander, which is actually a very good thing. When you're replacing a culvert, you do not want to straighten your channel. You want to consider the mathematical proportions of your meander
Yeah.
and maintain it. So actually, it's very good that they maintain that meander pattern.
Yeah, it almost looks like
Good
a kill.
example is the
What
Everglades.
was the test that
How they just straightened everything out.
I'm talking with. I just had an incident like this last week with an engineer. You want to
Oh.
yeah.
Some of them.
Okay, so you guys want to go through these really quick?
Sure.
Name one of the unique physical characteristics about water that makes it so important for life to exist on the planet Earth.
Solid liquid phase.
Solid liquid gas transition time.
Whoa.
Mr. Park Gubbing, heads up. Anything else? Water is so cool. It is so special. It's what makes our planet what it is. We don't have life without it. Water striders in the water.
Oh,
The
surface tension.
surface tension is this unique property that allows for lots of cool things. It's actually less dense in a solid state. Ice floats. Just think if the ice on the polar caps was at the bottom. That would really be different for a hydrologic cycle.
Yeah, that was my answer.
It has a high specific heat, and it's a
Polarized
dissolvent. It is the dissolvent of the planet, right? Okay, so most of the water on the planet resides where?
The oceans.
And what are those two energy forces?
Sun
and gravity.
Solar radiation. Gravity. Okay, a watershed is best defined as. We have the choices of a hydrologic unit code. I used that word today. You want to walk off the road a little bit here? Watershed. All the water. And the shallow and deep groundwater aquifers that drain to a confluent. A small building housing sprinklers and irrigation. The land area from which surface water drains to a common point. Which is the correct answer?
Land area where it drains to a common point.
D. Correct. It does not include the groundwater. Oh yeah, loaded. Okay, loaded. What is the difference between loaded and lentic?
Lentic static. And the other one's moving. Lotic moving.
Locomotion.
Locomotion moving.
Okay, what water quality parameter causes excessive algae in lakes, reservoirs, and streams that can cause fish kill?
Chlorophyll.
We talked about it all day. We talked about it with Payette Lake.
The phosphorus count.
Oxygen.
The oxygen level, is that
Dissolved
the
oxygen.
DO?
Bingo.
Dissolved oxygen.
And here's something we didn't talk about in my lecture. So I'll talk about it now. And remember I talked about runoff being a concern to land managers because it can cause accelerated erosion? Well, science is showing us something really obvious that we should have kind of known already, and that's that the biggest thing you can do to prevent erosion is to have ground cover. Plants are ideal because they're rooted, but even pine needles, anything that can protect the ground surface from detachment is one of the key things to prevent erosion. So, ground cover is the answer to number 6. 3 factors that define a wetland are?
Presence of water, hydric soils, riparian vegetation.
Excellent. What percent of the original wetlands is estimated to have been lost since settlement of the U.S.?
53%.
How do wetlands prevent flooding?
Provide space for the water to spread out.
X is a
Excellent.
sponge.
Floodplains. That's a kind of floodplain thing. And yeah, wetlands also are parts of floodplains, and also they function as
Filters.
sponges and filters. Yes. Okay. They store water like a sponge and moderate high flows. That's one of the things. Okay, does Big Payette Lake have any water quality concerns? And what are?
No.
We're all good, right?
We're good. Pretty good.
Just keep my face down.
We've got Eurasian milfoil. We've got mercury, which I talked a whole lot
You know,
about.
we didn't talk about mercury.
We talked and nutrients, and we have dissolved oxygen, phosphorus, and chlorophyll A. Those are the main things.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right, you guys.
Where's the mercury?
I'm hoping you learned something. That was my goal.
That's great.
It can come from